What's up, guys? Swift here. We have football all day today on Saturday and all day tomorrow with some Monday Night Football as well. I have you covered if you want to know who to root for to increase the Bears' chances of making the playoffs this week. I've spent an abnormal amount of time going through playoff scenarios and figuring out who it's best to root for going forward. Let's get right into it. Of course, all of this is nonsense if the Bears don't keep winning, but technology has given us NFL playoff machines when I used to have to do this with paper and pen by hand, so it's pretty fun for me now. First, I'm going to tell you who our biggest enemies are for the rest of the year, and then which teams to root for this weekend. The more scenarios I go over, the more our two division rivals seem to always get in the way. The Vikings and the Packers. We need them to lose, period. Other teams we want to root against are the Rams and the Seahawks. They both have playoff aspirations and could get in our way. The number one most important game on Sunday is the Bears need to beat the Browns. That is the biggest thing of the entire weekend. If the Bears don't win, nothing else really matters. But the number two most important game is about to come on right now. We are rooting for Jake Browning and the Bengals to beat the Vikings. This is a big one. After the Vikings pulled off that 3-0 win last week, we really need them to get a loss this week. For number three, I have the Bucs beating the Packers. To me, both teams are 6-7, so either team winning could help us. But in most scenarios, I think it's more likely for the Bucs to win the NFC South and the Bears to get in as a wild card if the Bucs win tomorrow. Number four might be a long shot, but if the Commanders can somehow beat the Rams this week, it would really help us out. It basically comes down to us needing the Rams to lose 2 out of the next 4 games. There are other scenarios where we could get in, but we really need the Rams to lose a couple down the stretch. Root against the Rams. At number 5, I have the Eagles beating the Seahawks. We need the Seahawks to lose at least one more game. And after Monday night's game in Seattle, they play the Titans, Cardinals, and Steelers to close out the season. So I really want the Eagles to get a win here. And then the final game to root for this weekend is going to be the Giants to upset the Saints. We need a couple of losses from all of those 6-7 NFC South teams. On that note, if the Panthers were to beat the Falcons this weekend, it wouldn't hurt our playoff chances much at all, and we'd still hold on to the number 1 pick, but I actually hope the Falcons win that one. We definitely don't want the Panthers getting hot over the last 4 games. Basically, if the Bears win out, they still need a couple of things to go their way to get into the playoff. The likeliest matchup in that scenario would be going on the road to take on the 49ers. I played through a ton of scenarios, and we are not in the best position, to be honest. But there is a route or two that could see us end up going to Detroit and getting a rematch against the Lions. It all depends on how these next couple of weeks unfold. Again, the biggest game to root for today is the Bengals over the Vikings. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to be here covering it every step of the way. Please hit that like button for me, and until next time, bear down.